You guys have been making some great wrestling videos lately here in the YWC.
The Attitude Era sucks. John Cena, Santino, PG Wrestling, woohoo!
Enough with that shit already. I've had enough of listening to these half-witted morons talking bad about the Attitude Era. It's fucking ridiculous already. It's the best era in wrestling. So I made the 10 reasons why the Attitude Era is the best. So listen up. Here are my points. Number 1, better storylines. This is an indisputable fact. Storylines were so much more enjoyable. Every single time you think about WWE, what's the first thing that pops in your head? Austin McMahon, Austin versus The Rock. I mean, their epic clash at WrestleMania 17. They had a pretty good match at WrestleMania 15. You know, you think about those feuds. You think about D-Generation X when they were raunchy. You know, not the return when that was okay, but we're talking about the Attitude Era DX when X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws are in it. Fantastic stuff. Great storylines with the Ministry of Darkness, Triple H marrying Stephanie McMahon. Just an endless supply of great shit. Better wrestlers. This is like, if you say that the wrestlers are better now, you're just a fucking retard. I mean, seriously. You had Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Ken Shamrock, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, all these great wrestlers, all in their prime, all having great matches almost every single night they competed. Indisputable fact. Who do you got now? Who you got? John Cena, and you got
Santino Marella.
fantastic, right? You don't need a better roster than that. I mean, it's great. I mean, you got the guy who cuts boring Star Wars promos, and another guy who puts a sock on his hand and jabs him in the throat. Great finisher. I mean, there's some great characters out there, right? Oh, yeah. Fantastic roster. I mean, Tensai, incredible stuff. Better ratings. If you say that wrestling is better now, that's false, because the ratings prove that it's not. Usually when ratings drop for a show, it means that it's going downhill. And that holds true for just about everything. Some minor cases. But when it comes to wrestling, it's pretty apparent. Well, we know when the best times were just by looking at the ratings. The ratings are the worst they've ever been right now. This is the worst wrestling has ever been. So go figure. They beat must-see TV in 1999 with SmackDown by booking The Rock in the main event against Triple H. They don't have main events like that nowadays, so there's no surprise there. And look at all my other points. Has to do with the talent, has to do with the storylines. Not as good, you're not going to get ratings. Better promos. This goes without saying. Every promo sucks. Having the Big Show come out there and cut a promo. During the Attitude Era, the Big Show was there, but he hardly ever cut a promo. Why? Because they knew he was boring. This is very, very rare that he cut a promo. Even when he was the champion back in '99, feuding with Boss Man, never really cut a promo. It was all about Stone Cold, The Rock, Kurt Angle, Vince McMahon, the guys who really knew how to work the mic. And most guys did. Val Venus, most of the wrestlers knew how to cut a promo. Nowadays, Daniel Bryan knows how to cut it. CM Punk was getting there, but they toned them down. So the promos are not good. They were a lot less scripted back then, and that's why they were great. Better pay-per-views. This goes without saying. Nowadays, look at No Way Out. Now look at No Way Out in 2000. You had a Hell in a Cell between Cactus Jack and Triple H. Just take a look there. Fantastic. And then go to No Way Out 2001, Stone Cold and Triple H, 2 out of 3 falls. Indisputable. WrestleMania 17 is the greatest pay-per-view of all time, in my opinion. So pay-per-views were way better. Better characters. You had a vampire, a pimp, a bionic redneck, a porno star, you name it, they had it, and all the characters were well done. Now, you really don't have any characters at all. I mean, like right off the top of my head, there's really no like gimmicky characters, and if they do, they're fucking cheesy. I mean, Tensai, that's the only gimmick they got, a Japanese wrestler. That's about it. Everybody else is just bland and boring, really. Tougher wrestlers. Now you got guys paying $500,000 for kicking a referee. And during the Attitude Era, Stone Cold used to take referees and stomp the shit out of them. Crying, big shows. Daniel Bryan apologizing to his ex-girlfriend for interfering in their match. Are you kidding me? During the Attitude Era, you would never hear a fucking apology from anybody. The only one who was apologizing was Vince McMahon when Stone Cold had a gun to his head. I mean, look how far we've fallen. Wow, I mean, apologizing, crying in wrestling? That would be the equivalent if a football player or a boxer collapsed in tears in the ring. It wouldn't go over too well. Better matches, just like the pay-per-views, but the TV matches on Raw and SmackDown were great too. You didn't have to wait to the pay-per-view to see the belt defended. All the belts were defended on almost on every single episode of Raw or SmackDown. The belts had prestige because guys actually wrestled, not like when the champion wrestles like once every couple of weeks. It wasn't like that. The matches that were higher quality, you got 5-star matches almost once a month. Now you don't get it. Unpredictable. You had no idea what was going on, unless you read the spoilers, because Raw was taped for a time, but still. Everybody complained, Crash TV, oh my god, I can't look at it. This stuff is all vulgar. Oh, I can't hear it. I don't want to see it. Ignore those people. Crash TV is what made wrestling great. All those great moments, they were all Crash TV. All unexpected. There were swerves all over the place. You never knew when guys were going to make a epic heel turn or something crazy was going to happen. So yeah, you didn't know what to expect. It was the element of surprise, and that's how TV shows, wrestling shows should be. They should all be about surprising the audience, introducing new ideas. Now it's just a rehash, or when they come up with a new idea, it's fucking horrible. Competition. When WCW went out of business, WWE lost all the motivation. And I know what you guys are going to say out there. TNA! Oh, that's competition. TNA. First of all, you TNA fans are a bunch of fucking retards. Just like the WWE fans. You have no sense of reality at all. WWE has no competition. They're a conglomerate, monopoly right now. They bought out all the competition. Back then they were kicking WCW's ass, around 99, in 2000. But, they still knew that if they lapsed in quality, that people were going to switch over to WCW regardless. And plus, that's the reason why we had the Attitude in the first place, because they were getting their asses kicked. So now they have no motivation. Vince McMahon's a billionaire, so he doesn't really give a shit. No one's going to come along and really give him a challenge. TNA's not going to give him a challenge. You think that's going to happen? Of course not. So it's all about competition. If TNA really upped their game and took themselves seriously, then maybe there would be some form of competition to motivate WWE to get better. But now, there's nothing. So, that's why we have the shitty wrestling we have today. Attitude Era was the best. If you people still don't see it after this video, then, well, what can I say? You're fucking ignoramus, and go enjoy your PG wrestling shit garbage that sucks. And, you're a baby. You should probably crawl back into your mama's womb because, this wrestling during the Attitude Era was too manly for you, I guess. Well, hope you enjoyed the video.